Value of time, a motivational story. Time is one of the most precious things we have, yet it is often the one thing we take for granted. We waste it, we procrastinate, and we believe that time will always be there, available at our beck and call. But what if time is actually fleeting? What if we learned the value of time before it's too late? This is the story of a young man named James, who had everything to lose because he didn't value time. He was a talented individual, full of potential, but he squandered his days in idleness, believing he had all the time in the world. He spent hours on his phone, scrolling through social media, watching endless videos, and dreaming of success without ever taking action. He had the skills, the intelligence, and the ambition, but time kept slipping away from him. James's father, a wise and hardworking man, had been trying to teach him the importance of time for years. Every day he would remind James, "Son, don't waste your time. Time once gone, never returns. It waits for no one." But James would shrug off his father's advice. "I'm young," he would say. "I have plenty of time to figure things out." He didn't understand the urgency that his father was trying to instill in him. One evening, James' father fell ill and was rushed to the hospital. James sat by his side in the waiting room, feeling a strange sense of anxiety and helplessness. His father had always been the pillar of strength in their family, and now seeing him weak and fragile, James realized how little time he had spent with him. He remembered all the moments he had wasted, times he could have spent learning from his father, asking for advice, or simply enjoying each other's company. As the hours passed, James reflected deeply on the lessons his father had tried to teach him. He thought about how many opportunities he had missed because he hadn't used his time wisely. He had postponed dreams, delayed goals, and neglected his potential because he believed there was always tomorrow. But as the night stretched on, he realized that tomorrow was not guaranteed. In fact, it wasn't even promised. The next day, James's father came out of surgery and was recovering well. James was relieved but also deeply shaken. He realized that his father's words had never been more true. Time didn't wait for anyone. And now more than ever, he understood that the value of time was not something to take lightly. In the days that followed, James made a decision. He would no longer waste his time. He would work harder, focus on his goals, and dedicate himself to creating the future he had always dreamed of. No more distractions, no more procrastination. He knew that the only way to truly honor his father's wisdom was to value his time. James started to set clear goals and break them down into actionable steps. He began waking up earlier, prioritizing his work, and cutting out the distractions that had once held him back. Slowly but surely, his life started to change. He achieved things he never thought possible, and all of it was because he had learned to value his time. As months passed, James realized that he was no longer the same person he had once been. He was driven, focused, and most importantly, he had learned the value of time. He no longer viewed time as an endless resource to squander. He saw it as the most precious asset he had, one that, once lost, could never be regained. One evening, as James sat down with his father to have a conversation, his father smiled and said, "I can see the change in you, son. You've learned the lesson I've been trying to teach you. Time is our most valuable asset. I'm proud of you." James looked at his father and realized how much he had learned, not just from his father's advice, but from the very experience of realizing how quickly time could slip away. Time was not just about filling the hours. It was about using those hours wisely, making the most out of each moment, and investing in the things that truly mattered. James had learned that time was like a river, always flowing forward, never looking back. You can't stop it and you can't slow it down, but you can choose how to spend it. The choices you make today will define your future. Every second is a chance to grow, learn, and become the person you're meant to be. Now, James doesn't take time for granted. He uses each day as an opportunity to move closer to his goals. He spends time with the people he loves, he works on his passions, and he's fully present in each moment. And through it all, he remembers the one lesson that changed his life forever: the value of time. Moral of the story: time is precious. Once it's gone, you can never get it back. Don't wait for the right time to start living the life you've always dreamed of. Take action now. Make every second count. The future belongs to those who value their time and use it wisely.